silence is often mistaken for absence. But in nature, noise means disruption. Systems flow without sound. That's why the snow leopard is never seen, not because it's rare, but because it doesn't need to be visible. It doesn't compete. It eliminates uncertainty. It doesn't approach. It shapes decisions. No roars, no conflict, no chase. Only absence, where life used to be. Its power is not in force, but in invisibility. Its steps leave no signature. Its eyes leave no warning. What disappears never knew what watched it. You think it's alone, but its influence moves everything around it. It speaks no language, but everything responds. Because silence is not empty. It is a system in motion. In nature, the most dangerous predator is the one that doesn't trigger your fear. It triggers your surrender. This isn't camouflage. It's design. It's not stealth. It's protocol. And it doesn't fail because it doesn't react. It decides. That is the unwritten law here. Power leaves no sound. Silence is often mistaken for absence. But in nature, noise means disruption. What survives here does not announce itself. The snow leopard exists inside this quiet, not in front of it. It is not invisible. It is positioned. The illusion is not disappearance. It is misinterpretation. Most predators rely on motion to be effective. This one relies on stillness. Movement attracts attention. Stillness redirects it. Nothing confronts it directly, because nothing identifies it early. The mountain does not expose it. It absorbs it. Every contour matters. Every shadow is accounted for. This predator does not react to uncertainty. It waits for clarity. What appears empty is already occupied. The mistake is searching for movement. Because this system rewards patience, not speed. Absence does not mean weakness. It means control without contact. This is why the snow leopard is not rare. It is simply unreadable to those who expect noise. That is the illusion of absence. And it is only the beginning. The terrain does not hide the predator. It collaborates with it. It does not move randomly. Every step aligns with gravity and silence. Where others see obstacles, it sees corridors. The mountain is not a backdrop. It is a partner in strategy. Elevation is not about dominance. It is about perspective. Angles shape opportunity long before speed becomes necessary. The system here is vertical, but the decisions are horizontal. It does not chase movement. It predicts pathways. What looks empty is already mapped. Every shadow becomes an extension of its body. The environment bends perception before it ever bends behavior. This is not camouflage. It is alignment. The terrain absorbs noise long before it reaches another life form. Here, survival is not about strength. It is about geometry. Even the wind becomes a shield rather than an obstacle. The predator does not impose order. It moves within an existing one. And that is why it is never truly alone. The mountain thinks with it. The hunt begins long before movement exists. There is no rush, only calculation shaped by terrain. It does not pursue speed. It removes uncertainty. Every pause is a decision point, not hesitation. What appears like waiting is actually positioning. The mountain decides the angle. The predator decides the moment. There is no visible tension, only quiet alignment with gravity. The system favors efficiency over spectacle. Even the wind becomes part of the algorithm. The prey never sees a chase, only a shift in silence. Prediction replaces reaction, no sudden movement, only inevitability shaped by position. The algorithm ends before impact begins. What follows is not chaos, but completion, and the mountain resets to silence again. Nothing announces the shift. But the system tightens. The mountain grows quieter before any movement begins. There is no chase, only alignment. What looks like stillness is pressure expanding through space. The prey does not see danger. It feels absence changing shape. Distance becomes a weapon long before speed exists. No roar, no sudden motion, only inevitability forming slowly. The system closes before the mountain even notices. Silence here is not emptiness. It is direction. Every step is not an approach. It is the removal of options. The prey still believes it is free, but the path is already narrowing. The predator does not reveal speed, Because speed is not yet required. As angles shift, pressure grows, without leaving a trace. The mountain absorbs sound, the wind carries scent, the snow hides motion. Tension does not rise, it sharpens. Before movement begins, the outcome already exists. They called it a ghost, because they never understood the system behind its silence. The myth says it survives by luck, but nothing here is accidental. People imagine rarity, because they expect dominance to be loud. But this predator does not control through confrontation. It reshapes movement long before contact exists. The mountain itself becomes part of the strategy. Every elevation change is a decision, not a coincidence. The myth calls it elusive, but elusiveness is simply correct positioning. Nothing here is rushed. Because speed without geometry is waste. This is not stealth, as legend describes it. It is environmental alignment. Predators that chase announce themselves. This one edits the landscape instead. The myth says invisibility is weakness because humans equate silence with absence, but absence here is control without exposure. What looks like nothing is already pressure. And that pressure does not come from speed, but from placement. The truth is simple. The snow leopard does not disappear. It was never where the myth told you to look. The hunt was never the center of the system. It was only a signal. What changes after its presence is not noise, but behavior. Paths begin to bend without contact. Territory here is not defended, it is understood. The myth describes a lone hunter, but the mountain reacts like a network. Snow shifts. Wind redirects scent. Shadows rewrite visibility. Nothing here acts alone, not even silence. Prey animals alter routes days before any chase exists. That is influence without contact. The ecosystem adjusts its rhythm around presence, not around action. Even absence leaves architecture behind. This predator does not dominate the mountain. It edits it. Where it stands, roots narrow. Where it disappears, uncertainty expands. Power here is not a moment. It is a pattern repeated across seasons. And that pattern reshapes everything long before the next hunt begins. And yet, none of this explains the real reason the mountain listens to its silence. Because the greatest illusion was never invisibility. It was what the myth taught you to fear. The snow leopard is not a ghost. It is a system you failed to read. The mountain does not hide it. The mountain works with it. The myth speaks about invisibility, but the truth is positioning. Here, power is not built in the moment of attack. It is built long before it begins. The greatest predator is not the fastest, but the least detected. That is why nothing rules this mountain through force, only through redirection. And the truth is simple. The snow leopard never disappears. Only those who search for noise fail to see it.